these first 4 days of training camp been so far for you?
It's been fun. I mean, it's just fun just to be back here. You know, the guys. It doesn't really feel like the first couple of training camp just because, you know, all the guys being bought into making sure they were back here early. You know, we had our whole team back here, and we've been playing pickup and working out now for about two and a half weeks, maybe like even 3 weeks. So it just feels like it's an ongoing thing from that because the pickups are being like high level, competitive, and, you know, just a bunch of guys who want to work hard.
I know you were in Vegas this summer working out. Did you consider playing on the summer league team?
It was never really brought to me. I think the biggest thing is, you know, the coaches trusted in, you know, my off-season plan, being in Las Vegas, working out with Joe at Impact, you know, having guys like, you know, I've worked out Kyle, Lowry most of the summer, so I was able to, you know, learn a lot from him. He was really able to break down and just, you know, it was just really competitive. You know, I was playing 1-on-1 against him, 2-on-2 with a bunch of other players. I was playing pickup every day, so it was multiple workouts a day, and I was playing pickup every day. So, like, they kind of saw that I was playing every day, so it was never really brought really to them.
What were your main points of emphasis this summer as far as your individual development?
I think, you know, the biggest thing was, you know, going in knowing, you know, I need to improve in, you know, a lot of areas this summer. I think ball handling was my biggest thing, you know, just being comfortable with having the ball in my hand. You know, creating my own shot. That's been something that, you know, I haven't been confident with doing in games. You know, I'll try to look to pass instead of, like, you know, going to scoring. So that's been my biggest emphasis this year, is just working on creating my shot and handling the ball. You know, obviously my shot, you know, I need to just be consistent with my shot. You know, I had a stinky leg in my, you know, form, and, you know, the biggest thing was just trying to be able to keep a stable base and go from there and just make sure it's consistent. It's the same every time, even when I'm tired. So,
how hopeful, or are you expecting to play for the national team in the next foreseeable future?
Yeah, I play for the national team. I mean, it's like anytime I get to represent my country, like, it means a lot to me and to my family. You know, we all grew up watching Australia every day. Not every day, but whenever they had something on, you know, whether soccer, athletics, whatever it is. So whenever I get the opportunity, I'm sure, hopefully next year I'll play.
It's kind of a new group, isn't it? Or an up-and-coming group?
It's an up-and-coming group, man, but I promise you, Patty and Joe will play until they're 55. So,
Joe's not already?
he's about there, 53. Yeah. So, no, we have a really good group of guys, but, I mean, they have very high standards. So, you know, the younger group, having them is we have a big role to fill. So I'm hoping that they're around for a couple more years for sure.
What do you like about this Mavericks team and the chances you guys going further than you went last year?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's, you know, obviously, you know, the core of our guys, you know, Luka, Spencer, all of them the same. It's the same as last year, but, you know, adding in pieces like, you know, JaVale and Christian, and, you know, it's great. You know, I think we have a really good, you know, group of guys who are able to welcome them. And, you know, even from day one, like, it didn't really feel like they were, like, you know, new to the team. You know, they're really good guys, you know, funny and good people to be around. So it's kind of just like what the Mavs are like, and that's why I feel like so many of us love playing here, because, you know, we're a good group of guys, and it's just easy to play with us.
Losing JB was big, but putting Spencer in the starting lineup, what are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, I mean, obviously Jalen, I'm super close with him. That's my guy, but, you know, at the end of the day, man, he got paid. Like, I don't blame him, you know, so I'm super happy for him. But, you know, Spencer's going to come in and play a pivotal role in our team this year. He's a great leader and, you know, a very clutch player.
We got to see highlights, obviously, today. You've heard good things throughout the week about, you know, your individual development and training camp. What feels most different, or what have you noticed kind of in your free being more comfortable or different this time around?
I think really just going with the flow. You know, so many young guys coming into a league. You know, it's hard at a young age because, you know, you set yourself with such high expectations going in. And I think for me, year 3, I was able to, you know, realize, like, if you just slow down, like, the whole game just slows down so much, and there's so much more you can do with the ball in your hand rather than just, like, you know, panicking. Like, my first year, it was like I had a hot potato in my hand. You know, I look at film of it, and it's just like, dude, like, what are you doing? So I think going into year 3, like, everything's just, you know, slowed down. I'm a lot more confident. My teammates are a lot more confident in me. And, you know, that helps me, you know, when I have veterans who are helping me out and are confident in me, you know, that just keeps you going. So for me, it's just like with anything, you know, I'm still young, but at the end of the day, like, having these 2 years where I've been playing hot potato, like, it's really helped out.
Do you have a clear feel or a clear vision for kind of how you fit in rotation and, like, what your kids hoping from you or asking from you?
I mean, I think their whole goal is to definitely take a bigger stride than last year. As is mine. I think for me it's just progressing. As a player, and the more I improve on my individual game, the more it's going to help out the team, and then that's when I just want to build block by block. Whether whatever it is. My goal is just to help the team out as much as I can. I haven't really talked to him. My goal is I want to deserve it. I want to make sure I'm going out there and proving that I can be on the court as much as I can.
How do you learn, or when did you kind of realize that you needed to slow down, if you will, slow down mentally? Is there a specific moment, or is there a specific kind of piece of advice that you got? Or?
I mean, honestly, I think I was working out with Kyle for about a month and a half, and sometimes he look at me, he's just like, man, slow down. Kyle is very good at pace and everything like that, so we were able to work out a lot of stuff of coming off on-ball screens and just being able to slow down, see the floor, and just play the game, that way, playing him one-on-one, he doesn't make a quick, decisive move and go. He plays with it, shot fakes it 3 times, and once I learned how to kind of do that, and especially once you learn how to defend it, it makes it easier to do it on offense. So I think just playing him one-on-one and, a bunch of other older guys at Impact really helped me slow my game, and also just watching film. I watch film, I'm like, dude, I don't know what I'm doing right now. So, yeah.
Have you gone back and watched any of that playoff film of yours, and then did you learn anything about playing on that level in the run last year?
Yeah, I mean, yeah. As much as I didn't want to watch it, I definitely watched it. I watched it many times, and it's just, it's hard to watch it, but at the same time, it's a learning curve, and I'm just like, it just motivated me. I'm ready to go. But yeah, I mean, I think you have to watch everything, the good and the bad, and obviously that was bad, so yeah, it was fine.
Did you have a relationship with Kyle before this summer, and is that connection just working with the same trainer?
We work with the same trainer, but last year I worked with him a little bit, but then this year, he really wanted to help me out, and he thought, he believes in me, and he was, everything. He wanted me to be around and do everything. I was working out with him in the morning, lifted with him, did Pilates with him, and everything. He really helped me out this summer, and yeah, he did help me out.
What does it mean to have a veteran like that reaching out to you?
I mean, I think it's important for anybody. It's obviously I have my team here. Luka's a great veteran, and all these other guys. Spencer, Reggie, Dodo. They're all great. Dwight, they're all great veterans. And so. Just to have somebody who sees the team from an outside perspective and, he plays against me and sees where I can help out the team. And somebody who's been in the league for, his 17th year or something like that. There's so much knowledge, he's been in the year for 17 years. I was 3 years old. So it's I feel like I can learn a lot from somebody like that.
Were there any other, you mentioned veteran guys at Impact, just who else was out there with you that you were able to take some things from?
It was... I wouldn't say veteran. Younger guys, I was there with Zaire Williams from Memphis. Kevin Garnett came in for a couple days. He's big, man. He's a big guy. It's just there's so many people go through Impacts. I can't really think, but I mean, there's always there's an old head there called Trammell, and. He's 41, but man, he moves he stretches for an hour and a half before every workout, but he's really good with his footwork and everything like that. So I love just watching him and seeing his footwork. He's played in EuroLeague, Real Madrid and all that. So it's cool to see different sides and styles of basketball.
Summer camp.
Yeah, it was literally summer camp. Yeah.
Thanks, Josh.
Appreciate it, man.